The Ace of Clubs is also the Ace of Wands. Aces, as you know, are wands. They are initiations, onsets, or urges to move forward on a club. The wand, to move, to do something, to partake in something, to perform an activity. It's time. It's time, Libra. The Jack of Diamond represents our earth energy, and the overall energy of the earth signs are to manifest, to bring something into existence. Our earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So you, Libra, are moving to bring something into existence, either under Taurus, something that satisfies one or more of your five senses, something that enhances your life or makes life, worth living, the good life. Or under Virgo, you are trying to master something, perfect something. Um, you're analyzing something, you're researching it. Why would you be doing that? You're doing it to come to an understanding about how something really, really works. Because you really want to, use it like Capricorn, use it. You want to use it to your advantage in some way. The Capricorn energy is about, excuse me, something is, what is that in the sun? Mm, excuse me, I know that this is an extended video. I was just trying to see what this is. I wonder if it's going to show up on screen. What is that? It just appeared. Okay, well, let's take a moment, Libra. It almost looks like a figure. I hope y'all can see this. It looks like a head, possibly some wingspan. Oh, now I turn back into an orb. Let's watch. It may be significant to you, as well as to myself. And it seems with that, no, that would be lower than the heart space. Hmm. We'll come back to that. We'll see if that stays there. Let's go. Let's continue with the Jack of Diamond. The Jack of Diamond um, talks about you moving to enhance your um, career, reach for an ambition, enhance your reputation or status in some way. So remember, it's all about if you know yourself, Libra. Do you know you? Who are you? What do you really believe? What do you think? What do you feel? What is your viewpoint about life? What is your viewpoint about any given arena in life? What do you really, really believe? As I mentioned earlier, you know, it is time for you to move forward and to express yourself out into the world, to impose your energy into the world. The Ace of Clubs represents that energy. You can't help it. You're governed by universal energy. You're going to move. The Jack of Diamond represents you manifesting. The Jack can also represent a young, immature energy, you know? And so it's saying, whether you're ready or not, Libra, you about to express yourself into the world. You about to move on it. Again, what you end up expressing to the world ultimately depends upon if you know who you are. If you know who you are, then you will truly express your own fabulous self to the world. But if who you are, who you believe you are, is completely governed by some past or current belief system superimposed upon you, then that's what you're going to express to the world. Now, it's no way that I can continue this video without pointing out this area and what I end up seeing. Again, I don't know if it's going to translate on screen. And I understand that the sun is setting. It is um, just a few minutes to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But what I was seeing appeared to be an orb that was morphing into like a light beam. And I never really looked into this or that phenomenon, that arena. But still, and yet, it exists. And it's coming and it's going. And I'm still trying to see what it is. I have no other screens open that can, you know, affect it. It just disappeared when the sun faded. Uh, wow. I'm really interested in knowing what it is, Libra. Mm. It's getting bigger and smaller. What is it? This is a part of your extended video because whatever it is trying to come through, oh, see how it went out? Let's see. Hmm. We're going to meditate on this because there is an answer in it. Well, the one thing I noticed, oh, wow, how I really hope this is translating onto the screen. I want you to pay attention to that image here. We know in the natural world it is the sun. Mm. That lines up with the Leo season, of course, but it is how it is presenting itself during this time of your extended reading. Pay attention, Libra. Who are you? Because it is time for you to shine like the continents of the sun. Are you going to shine out somebody else's beliefs, somebody else's dreams, somebody else's hopes, something that doesn't fulfill you nor make you happy? Or is there, and if so, maybe that's what that little yellow entity thing is within the sun, who you are, hidden by those imposed doctrines and beliefs and philosophies. It is you desiring to come out. Some Libras may be very afraid, or not even afraid. They may be just so disconnected from their own individualized self that it's hard for you to find your own expression. How you wear your hair expresses to the world who you are. The style of dress expresses who you are. The way you communicate, all that you do, Libra, expresses you to the world. It is time for Libra to withdraw. Right now, withdraw. And I need you to put down everything associated with any philosophies or doctrines that have been governing your life. I know it's going to be difficult, it's going to be a challenge because it's a part of you. But I need you to look at yourself if you can. If you're willing, get butt naked. You know what I'm saying? Strip off any additives or extras. Take a time to meditate. Find a mirror and just sit there. Sit there. Give yourself an hour. Sit there and meditate and figure out figure out you. You. What do you like? Not what you learn to like through your associations or through your relationships. What do you like? An example. You might like a classic cars, but you like classic cars because your significant other liked classic cars, or your family came up with classic cars. But in reality, you indifferent. You know, you may like bike riding. You know, bikes. You might be a bike enthusiast, interested in the different styles of bikes. Those kind of things. Construct it. Find out who you are. You may have come up around people that like to go fishing, but you're indifferent to fishing. Heck, you might just not like it, period. But you do it because those that are around you do it and they love it. But you might just detest it. You might not even like to eat fish. You go fishing, but you just won't eat it. You know, that kind of thing. Well, what that says to me, Libra, and it should say to you, is that if you are spending your time doing what someone else likes because you want to be in their company or this is the company that you keep, then guess what? Guess who is not living their life? Guess who is not expressing themselves to the world? That's right. It's you, Libra. It is definitely you. So get to know you. And for the Libras that have successfully um, come to understand who they are, every part about themselves, they know thyself. This is going to be a wonderful time for you, Libra. And it's going to be free. It is going to be liberating. And for that, Libra, you may find people this time mimicking until then or until next time. Bye. Virgo. Virgo, your first card is the Justice card in reverse. What does the Justice card in reverse represent for you for the month of August underneath the umbrella of the overall astrological energy? Well, Justice card is a major arcana card. So it's like God, universe speaking to you and or warning you in this case, hey, whatever decision you make or have made or will soon make is completely up to you and you will be held responsible. You will be required to see to all the responsibilities and duties associated with that decision, your determination. In this case, under the umbrella of the current astrological energy, it suggests that you, like the rest of us, are being compelled by universal energy to impose your will upon this world, to show the world your fabulous, your personal fabulous self expression. So, that energy also went on to say that, hey, you're going to be responsible for what you choose. Here it is with the Justice card. There will be no scapegoats. Whatever experience you end up manifesting, whatever experience you end up having to live out or deal with, it was brought about by your own personal, fabulous self expression to the world, to in your world. The next card is the King of Pentacles in reverse. And what does the King of Pentacles represent? Well, of course, he represents our earth signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. But he also represents the energy of being able to manifest whatever you feel like you need in your life with ease. Now, he is in reverse, which can suggest up under this energy, the energy of the King of Pentacles, is that you may display some of the harsher or more negative qualities of the King of Pentacles. With that being said, let me give a scenario of the harsher. Uh, give you an example of the harsher energies. He can be stern, extremely stern, you know, very focused. So, Virgos that are stern with themselves, that are disciplined with themselves, that are rigid, you know, that are focused on their goal, their aim, how they express themselves out to the world, those expressions that they impose upon the world. If you watch how you do it, whom you do it to, you know, um, those kind of things will ultimately help you cipher or shift out any future issues because you're going to do it in such a professional manner. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what field of life is it in, whether it's love, finances, home, family, whatever, you know. If you do it in a responsible manner, you will alleviate, shift out future problems, or as many as possible. But under the King of Pentacles in reverse, you can also display the negative qualities of that energy, which suggests that you can be like Taurus, highly possessive and controlling. You may be manipulative. You may overindulge. Mm. So be careful, Virgo, what you move to do or bring into existence, or how you express yourself in the world, or the aims that you move on. What do I mean by that in relationship to the negative qualities? Well, let's say hypothetically, case scenario, there is a Virgo that wants to move on, fulfilling one of the five senses, tasting, touching, smelling, seeing, hearing, something that is intoxicating or enchanting. You can become fixated on it under Taurus, obsessed with it to some extent. And so understand that this could mean that the outcome, understand, no scapegoats, is all about what you want. That if you move through this time using the negative qualities of the King of Pentacles, it suggests that, again, the example I gave, you can get fixated on something. That becomes the outcome of a segment of your experience that ultimately brings into existence or births into your life, having to deal with that obsession or that addiction, that kind of thing. So for Virgo, in the month of August, it really talks about, I apologize. Um, it really talks about being very conscious of what you end up willing into existence at this time through your own energy, through your own works, because you're going to have to live it out. So make it good. It is the Justice card in reverse, saying there are no scapegoats for the decisions that you make. And the King of Pentacles in reverse, letting you know that you will manifest. And you have the tendency to be either possibly fixated with something, or you will have to be stern in your decisions. Either you, again, when I say you fixated, it's like you get addicted to it or stuck on it, or you don't want to let it go. You get dependent or have a codependency upon it. So the King of Pentacles in reverse also talks about having to restrain yourself, to be rigid and strict upon yourself in order to cipher out bad experiences by making what? Good decisions. And what good decision do you want to make, Virgo, about what you manifest in your life? So let's continue with your extended reading. Your next card is the Star card in reverse. The Star card in reverse represents your hopes, your wishes, and your dreams. It is in reverse. So it talks about it being held up in some way. How do you reach your hopes, your wishes, and your dreams? By social networking. First, you start with your peers or those close to you, your small social intimate circle, and they connect you to their friends and their friends' friends, and so on and so on. And you expand your outreach, your social outreach. And through those exchanges, you end up learning what you need to learn in order to gain what you want. What is it that you want, Virgo? You know, whatever it is, with the Star card in reverse, it suggests that it's held up or it's a blockage. What might that blockage be? Just off rip, I can say that it is now, that you have to be careful what you move on right now. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is your extended reading, Virgo, and I am not going to edit it because everything is significant. It's very significant, not only for you, but it's also for me. I don't know if you can see what's taking place right here. You know, I went into it on Libra. Oh, I hope you can see it. If you can't see it, it is the sun coming through the trees, and you can see the rays of the sun. But in the middle of the sun is this point right there. Why? I guess that's the central point, exactly where the sun is coming through the trees. It's significant. It's significant. It's about you being particular. It's about you being precise. Remember, this energy is Leo energy, the sun energy, the eagle. It is showing or revealing your fabulous self, individualized self to the world. It is you imposing your energy upon the world. It is you staying motivated in that because you care for that, whatever that is for you. It is having the capacity to motivate another to move on your behalf. Mhm. In your case, it's about being real particular. Why? Must you be particular? Because Justice card in reverse say, ain't no scapegoats, Virgo. Whatever you choose to do or partake in or bring into existence or express, guess what? You're going to have to carry all the responsibilities and duties associated with it, which I've already said. So let's move on. The next card is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles represents your day to day activity, your routine. What routine do you keep, Virgo? Now, six is a balanced number. It's harmonious. Why is that? Because it's common to you. This is what you do all the time, you know? The pentacle represents the manifestation, it represents your material world, it represents the work that you do. So, when we put this against you, um, manifesting or moving to manifest uh, your hopes, wishes, and dreams, or being inspired to manifest your hopes, wishes, and dreams, there are some challenges that or hurdles that you have to overcome. And one is being particular about what you're going to do. We already talked about that. But the other thing is how you implement the changes necessary to further your aim or your cause, to further push your will out into the world, to further express yourself freely into the world and to be heard and to be appreciated. All all these disturbances. Oh, and that I think that's what you're going to be dealing with, Virgo, in the month of August. Is a lot of disturbances. And what is it going to be disturbing? Your concentration. Remember, Virgo is the sixth house. It is about concentration. It is about analyzing. You know, your motto is I analyze. So it's going to be a lot of disturbances, and they'll clear up. They'll clear up, and they'll come and they'll go. Okay. Um, but it will affect. It's you being able to jump over the hurdle of those disturbances in order to end up expressing yourself the way you really want to the world, pushing your will upon the world so that you can manifest what you feel like you need in your life to feel secure, grounded, and stable, or to experience some type of pleasure or comfort in life. Because what? You want it. Because what? It expresses you. Because what? It makes you feel comfortable. You know, but if those hurdles, if those blockages get in your way, and you can't see clearly, you can't concentrate, and you make a decision, or you do it, make an expression, uh, it's going to bring something into existence. And universe said, ain't no scapegoats, ain't no scapegoats, Virgo. So it's really about being focused. You know, Virgos again have certain attributes, and one of them is being able to focus, to concentrate on the fine details of a particular situation. In this case, it's what you want to manifest, getting past all the sayers, or anything like that. Now, at this time, I would like to interject some standard playing cards to see what energy they season your extended reading with. So let's see, Virgo. It is the Eight of Diamonds. And the Eight of Diamonds, eight is even. It's obsessive, compulsive. It's that um, obsessive energy. We talked about that. Partaking in something, becoming dependent upon it, codependent, addicted in some way. The diamond represents the material world, the physical world, the tangible world. You might get addicted to food, to drugs, to sex, something in your physical realm. So again, the Eight of Pentacles goes back to that and it points it out. Hey, be careful of the decisions that you make. And the decision, remember, is what you choose to express out into the world. You are imposing your own personal energy into the world. And it will come something related, uh, a relative to who you really are, is going to come into existence. And because it's so complementary to who you really are, you know, you will be intoxicated. You can be intoxicated with it. So this suggests to me that Virgo must put up a pre-plan a release, set boundaries up, those kind of things. Understand there's a time and place for everything, and then there are other things that shouldn't be touched, so to say. The next card is the Five of Clubs. The five, is